Welcome to our tutorial of ProfLearn YouTube channel. In this particular video, we're going to have a discussion on how you're supposed to solve paper 2 non-calc letter 0580 so that whenever you're going to be given question related to this, you'll be able to work them out. In this particular video, we're going through the specimen paper that was given because remember, there are no enough materials for revision. So we're going to go through this specimen paper so that you can be able to see questions that will be simulated in that exam that you are going to do in 2 days time. So let's dive in so that we can be able to get started and see what you're supposed to do in this particular question. So this paper, what you need to remember is that is a paper that has it takes 2 hours, and also something that you need to remember is that you are not going to use a calculator in paper 2. So let's see how are you supposed to work out questions so that you can be able to earn this 100 marks. So let's dive in. The first question was work out 0.01 squared. So meaning you can be told to find square of decimal numbers, squares of the fractions. And in this case, you are supposed to express that as a fraction, and that is going to be 1 over 100. Then squared means you're going to multiply this number, and that's going to be 100 times 100. You get 10,000, and 1 times 1 will give you 1. So if we express this number that we have gotten now, 1 over 10,000, we are going to have our decimal 0.001 like that. Now, for you to express numbers in standard, for you to express numbers as significant figures, you're going to use the first significant figure is the figure that has a non-zero digit. A non-zero digit is, the first non-zero digit here is 5. So we are going to have 5 as the first significant figure. So we can be able to count 4 of them, and then that is going to translate to 57.39, but we have to consider the number after 9 is more than 5, so we can be able to round up, and our answer becomes 57.40 as our rounded value of this number to 4 significant figures. We have also a question to do with conversion. We are told that €1 is equals to $1.1. What about, what's the, how many dollars do we have in 250 euros? Then we shall have do cross multiplication here. 10 is going to cancel with the decimal that we have 1.1, and then we shall remain with 25 times 11. So what we have here is the aspect of checking what is the answer. 25 times 11, of course we can be able to arrange that way. 1 times 5 will be 5. 1 times 2 will be 2, then 1 times 5 again. Then we add these two guys here. We are going to get 275 as the final answer. And then this question, we are told that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, so meaning base angles are equal. So this and this angle are 61. Then we can be able to understand that here we can be able to find that angle at the top BAC to be 61, because the base angles are the same. So we shall say 61 times 2, or 61 times plus 61, which will be 122. Then 180 minus 122 will give us angle BAC. But now, if we work it out, we are going to get this 50. The whole of this angle is 50. But in this particular question, we were asked angle DAC. In this particular tutorial, we are going to have a discussion on May-June 2025. So we are going to discuss some of the areas that candidates had to prepare on for the May-June exams, paper 2, the non-calculator paper. So we're going to have a candid discussion on how candidates were supposed to approach different questions so that you can be able to be in a position to prepare for your coming exams. So diving in so that we can see the first question that was tested. The first question that was tested was on simplifying. And basically here, candidates were expected to leave their answer in a simplified form. And what was expected of them at this point is to put the like terms together. They were to recognize that we have like terms like 7C and C, then -5D and 3D are like terms. So combining that, we are going to have our expression simplifying to 8C minus 2D. The next question was testing about parallel lines and transversals and angles in parallel lines. The first angle that was basically given here was 76. So from 76, this makes a straight line, then this is going to be 1 of 4. And if this is 1 of 4, this angle also is going to be 1 of 4. And if this 1 of 4, this angle is going to be 76. So meaning that our x is going to be 76. Then if you have that, you can see that if this is 76, this is 1 of 4, then the other angle that we could be able to find, okay, so this is 158, this is here 158, so we can be able to find this angle, and this angle is going to be 180 minus 158, which is going to translate to 22. And if this is 22, this angle also is 22. Yeah, then if you add this angle and this minus 180, we're going to get 82. So y is going to be 82 as shown here, and w is going to be 22 minus 180 minus 22, and that's going to translate to 76. So basically that's what you are supposed to do in that particular question. The second question that was the third question that was asked is where Sally invests $1,500 at 3% per year simple interest. We know that interest is usually rate times time times principal over 100. So you can be able to find interest by that, but amount now will be the initial principal plus the interest that we have gotten here. So that is why you can see I said 1,500 times this. Here I was calculating the interest, and then after getting the interest as 270, you can add to the initial amount for you to get the answer for that particular part. All right, moving to question number 4. And in question number 4, we were given fractions. So we'll start by working out the multiplication first. So working out the multiplication, we shall have 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3 times 3 over 8. We can just group this together and work it out. And that is going to cancel. And we shall have 5 over 6 minus 1 over 4, which we are going to express as a single fraction. And our final answer becomes 7 over 12. So you will be expecting to see question to do with fractions, and that is exactly what you're going to do. Moving to number 5, we are told that interior angle of a regular polygon is 150. So something that you are supposed to remember in this question is that sum of the interior and exterior angles, they add up to 180. And also exterior angle is equal to 180 minus the exterior angle, which means that 180 minus 150 is going to give us 30. So 30 degrees is the exterior angle. Then to find the number of sides, we are going to say number of sides of a regular polygon is equal to 360 divided by the exterior angle. So which means that we can be able to divide by 30, which is the exterior angle, and that is going to enable us work out the number of sides as shown there. Question 6, we are supposed to draw on the grid the line 2x plus 1. We add another line, y is equals to x plus 1. Then for you to sketch a straight line, what you need to do is to come up with a table of values, x and y. So meaning that if x is 0, y is going to be what? This is going to be 1. If x is 1, it will be 2 times 1 plus 1, which is 3. And when x is 2, that's going to be 5. Then we can be able to plot those points. 0, 1 will be here. 1, 3 will be somewhere here. And 2, 5 will be up here. Then I can now be able to draw a straight line joining the points, and I'll be able to find my line, and the point of intersection is shown there for the two lines. So if you are told to solve simultaneous equation graphically, you just plot the two lines together on the graph, and then you check where the lines are crossing, the point where the lines are intersecting, and that's going to give you the solution for that. So we can be able to read the x value here, and then we can read the y value at that point, so that we can be able to come and say x is basically 2, x is 2, and y is 5. Is 5. Yeah, so that's what you are supposed to do in a question like that. So you can be given simultaneous equation to solve by elimination, by substitution, or by graphical method as far as this paper is concerned. Write the recurring decimal 0.26. The dot is at 6, and then we are supposed to write it as a fraction. So meaning that we can say this is can be written like that. The digit that is recurring there is basically 6. So we can say let x be 0.26. 10x will be 2.66. 100x is going to be 26.66. Then you can see now at that point, if you subtract 100x and 10x and subtract 26.66 minus 2.66, it will mean that we are going to have 0 after the decimal point. And that's exactly what was our objective and our target and our goal. So in that way, we shall have this as 24/90. If you simplify this is going to translate to this is 8/30, but also 2 can divide 8 and 30, so that's going to be 4/15, so that we can be able to leave our answer like that. So I believe you are getting value from this particular video. And if you're new to ProfLearn YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload more tutorials, you'll be notified. And also, if you're here, you've not joined our Patreon page, you can join our Patreon page so that you can be able to be accessing all the PDF that we usually have in this particular tutorial and in any discussion we usually have. So take a moment, take a second or two to ensure that you join our Patreon page. Don't forget to share our video to your friends. All right, so moving to the next part here, you can see we are given a question to do with simple factors, areas that you will be also asked to work out in your paper, in paper 2. And in that case, we are told to m minus n. And you can see 2 times 11 will be 22. At the same time, if you observe here, 2 times 5 will be 10. And then you can subtract the two guys. We shall have our answer as shown there. The vector 5 root y has magnitude 7. Find the value of y. We know for you to find the magnitude, whenever you are given a column vector AB, magnitude is going to be equals to a squared plus b squared. That's how you find the magnitude whenever you are given a question. But now here is 5 and here is root y, so we can be able to put that into brackets that way, and then we square both sides. because we can square here, and we are going to have 49. So we shall have 25 plus y is equals to 49. Take 25 on the other side, and that is going to be 24. So this is going to be 24. Yeah, that's going to be 24 there. And that is exactly what we expected to do in that question. Moving to the next question. Question 9 was testing on statistics. The mean mark is 6, and then it means that we can be able to find the mean. Formula for the mean is usually summation of fx over summation of f. So which means that if you want to find fx, you multiply this and this, you get 8, this and this, you get 20, this times this, you get 8n. Then total frequency will be 6, 2 plus 4 plus n, which is going to be 6n. That is going to be the total frequency. So summation of fx becomes, the adding all this becomes 28 plus 8n over total frequency, which is 6 plus n, should be equal to the mean. And the mean is 6. So you can be able to multiply 6n both sides so that you can get it from the denominator. And of course, putting the like terms together, we are going to get our answer being equivalent to 4. Moving to question 10. Question 10 was testing on circle theorem. So CO and AO represent the radius of this particular circle. Then you need to remember that CAO is going to become an isosceles triangle there. Then if that is the case, if this CO and AO are equal, then it means that base angles of that are equal. So this is also 35 degrees. Once we have identified that, we can be able to use angles in a triangle add up to 180. So which means that this is going to be 110, because 35 plus 35 gives us 70. 180 minus 70 is going to give us 110. Then this angle that we have here is going to be 55, because angle on the circumference is 2 times the angle at the center is 2 times the angle at the circumference. Since angle O is 110, then angle B is going to be a half of that. Then we can also remember another concept, that this angle is in alternate segment with B, so this is 55, and this angle here is in alternate segment with angle ACB. So that is 35 plus 40, which is going to be 75. The whole of this angle is in alternate segment with this, which is going to be 75. Yeah, 75 there. Well, I think we've kind of worked most angles. So this angle is 110. This angle here is 55, and angle DSC. Let's see, DSC is 55 as well. Now angle OAB, let's work out angle OAB. Now in this angle OAB, this is the angle that we are talking about here. Yeah, angle OAB, this is the angle that we are talking about. This angle here,